Hey guys, welcome back to Kona and welcome back to another week of training onto the Ironman journey. It's getting very close now. We are, I think, 4 weeks away on Sunday to toe the line, and quietly confident about it. A little bit apprehensive about the swim, and really, I kind of know what I have to do now. I just need to get through the swim, hit the nutrition on the bike, and yeah, grind out the marathon. So we are getting there. So this week, this week has been a little bit of a rest week. So the training volume's been right down. I'm just about to pop out after I get changed and head out for this week's run, which is basically just little, well, actually this week's sort of intensity run, which is very short. Originally it was a session called 30-20-10s, which Ben had programmed in, but I've been waiting all day for a parcel to come. And basically I've got to nip down to my parents' house at some point. So there's a big hill in the next street over them called Stag Lane. And so basically I'm just going to jog down there nice and easy, and we'll just do sort of 5 or 6 efforts up the hill with recovery down the hill. Or we might do the Hill to Huntsman one, which is one that I used to have the KOM on, which I lost a little while ago. So it might be a good idea to maybe go and maybe try and get the KOM back. And yeah, we'll see how we do with that. I'll bring the camera along, and yeah, and just basically, if I'll give you an idea of the weather outside, it's absolutely glorious. Like so yeah, for whatever reason, we had all that crappy weather for May. It looks like we're finally starting to see the end of it, although the grass definitely needs more, so ignore the state of the garden at the moment. Right, so I'm going to get changed, and I'll catch you out on the run, and we'll talk a little bit about the ride on Sunday. So we're out on the run, we're just on our way down to the hill. It's probably going to take us a few minutes to get to, we just use that as a warm-up. So this week's been a bit of a deload week, which to be honest I felt like I needed. So I think originally it was planned in to be a full rest week, but because of the way sort of schedules have clashed with the Leeds Triathlon and my original plan of doing the Outlaw Half being moved, I've got to get this long run in that Ben's the long ride in the 180k that Ben's planned for me. It has to fall on a specific time, so I've had to move things about a little bit. So instead of a full week of rest, I've just had a week of very light training that finishes up with this massive brick session at the end of the week, which is 180k plus an hour run. So basically for me the main focus this week's just been rest and recovery really, and trying to get as much swimming in as I can handle. So I've done 3 swims this week already. It's Thursday, sorry no it's not, it's Friday now, and I've got 2 swims actually planned today. So I did 2 speed sessions, one of which was last night. I've got another one which I'm going to do is about 3 o'clock today. I'm just going to do is a bit of probably just do a couple of 500 metre intervals, just nice and steady, and then I have a coach session with the Tri Club tonight, which is going to be more speed and technique focused. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. So it'll be a decent amount of swim volume this week. I'm hoping I should finish up with about 4,000 metres maybe of decent quality training. The rest of the time has just been focused on recovering, diet, nutrition and rest, which nutrition especially something that I've neglected a little bit over the last couple of weeks, which resulted in me feeling fairly flat and drained quite a lot of the time. And I do weigh myself quite often, and normally for me a really good, relatively lean, healthy weight where I feel decent is around about 70 kilos for me. And yeah, it was dropping down towards the 68 kilo mark at one point, but it's back up to sort of like high 69s, probably at the end, towards the end of this week now. I feel a lot better for it, a lot more energy and things like that. So I've just got to focus on getting enough calories on board. I'm not a huge eater, and I do have to like really think about making sure I'm getting enough to fuel my sessions. So yeah, I've probably not been far off, but because I've been doing it for a while now, it's added up and probably left me pretty depleted as the volume's gone up over the last few weeks. But yeah, feeling better now. Feeling nice and carved up for this weekend session, which will probably be a bit of a beast. So as far as bike and run goes this week, I did a bit of probably a tempo-ish 5k, not world breaking or not PB setting or anything like that. It's about 20 minutes, 21 minutes or something like that, which is, it felt alright. Did that on just to stretch the legs out on Tuesday night. And then yeah, bike session. I did a bike session called Sevens on Zwift, which was made up of 2 sets of seven intervals, and it was just basically 30 seconds at way above your FTP with about 30 seconds rest in between them. You do that 7 times repeated, and then do it again. So I did 3 sets of that, and yeah, for a little sort of half-hour session on the bike with a bit of intensity, actually felt pretty good. And yes, it's actually amazing what you can feel like you've achieved in half an hour if you get a nicely structured session. And then really then there's going to be this run today, which will just be probably 5 or 6 hill repeats, and then I'll jog along with my parents or jog home, depending on what's going on. So volume's right down this week, a little bit of intensity in just to try and keep sharp, but other than that, nice easy week. Oh, there we go, first com attempt. I don't know if I've got it, but watch said I was equal on time, so I guess I'll have to rate this thing. But yeah, I mean, that's a big improvement from the last time I did this a few months back, because basically I was about, I'm not sure, I was KOM on this hill for a little while, and then we one of the better runners on the town, I call Paul Dalton, who's I don't know if he watches the videos, you might do, I don't know, say hello below if you do. He's got a lot of KOMs around the town, and he obviously, I think he had it previously, probably got a message saying I took it off him, and thought, oh, that'll be easy to get back. Came and took it back for by about 5 seconds. So to be quite honest, even if I've just closed the gap enough to match him, I'd be over the moon, because he is a really strong runner. So right, we'll walk recovery down the bottom, and we'll have another go. Well, the world's conspiring against me today to stop me from trying to get this back. Basically just had a phone call there off the wife. The front tyre on the car's blew out and she's stranded, so I'll record this one last interval, and then I'm going to have to probably run a couple of streets along with my dad's, and yeah, get left through, and hopefully, I don't even know if there's a spare wheel in the back. I've got a funny feeling it's a kind of foam, but she said the tyre's in bits, so that's not going to help, is it? So hopefully there's a spare wheel in the back I can put on. So we'll record this attempt, hopefully it ends with a crown on the watch, and yeah, then we'll call this run there. Oh. Same time again, I think. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just need to knock 1 second though. Oh. Right. Well, thankfully, I'm only running over there. And time for some manual labour, changing wheels. Apart from me. What have you done to that? What? It's been, what has happened to this? That's been shot.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, this is a great day, this. Awesome. Now then, so yeah, welcome to Sunday. We're going to head out for the long ride. It's I'm talking a bit quietly at the moment because it's still early. But this is probably going to be a bit more difficult today than I thought it was going to be. Thanks to some pretty bad life choices yesterday. Had a few beers in the afternoon and probably had one too many. So yeah, felt a bit grim this morning, but feeling better now that I've got some breakfast down my neck. So big bowl of porridge down, coffee down. We'll get out the door, get some sunshine, fresh air, and yeah, we'll start weaving our way down towards Dale's Bike Centre again, and from there we'll head on to the Buttertubs. See you soon. Well, I skipped the first water stop because I've still got plenty left, so I'm going to refill up the Dale's Bike Centre, but I am once again in the Yorkshire Dales, and it is beautiful. Just give you a quick look around. Actually, same place as I was last week when I showed you, I think. Yeah, but we're going a bit further this week, so we're a bit nicer. I wish I had a motor like them. What a part of the world this is to ride in. Awesome. And what a day for it. What's up number one? Slightly longer than usual stop. Because I've got to wait for people to arrive to, I think my parents want to come and laugh at me riding up the Buttertubs, so wait here at the bike centre for a little while so have something to eat. So I'm feeling pretty hungry now. Oh, don't think mine was up. Yep, that's mine. Sorry. Timed that well. Tea cake and some jam and stuff like that, get some sugars back on and some solid food in, because so straight away I'm going to have to take, the gels are great on the bike for carrying and stuff like that, but I'm going to need something to actually eat when I'm on the Ironman, because it's just, I'm starving already. That could just be the hangover talking, but we'll see how we go. Just come through Reeth. I thought I'd show you this view. Look at that. So that hill in the distance, I believe, is the one I'm going over, or up to the top of. Yeah, it looks pretty big from here. Feels like we're starting to head uphill gradually now. I'm near a place called Mucker, or Mucker, just near Gunnerside in the Dales. Coming along the side of the valley here, the scenery just keeps getting better and better every time we go around the corner. And, yeah, lovely. So, still feeling relatively good. I think I'm going the right way, hopefully I am. And yeah, I'll check in again at the bottom of the pass. Right, we're just about to start the climb. It looks bloody terrible. And yeah, I'll see if I can get some shots for you. I'm struggling, I can't breathe. It's fucking horrible. Pretty though. But I'm dying. I'm not even at the hard part yet. On an easy bit. Don't feel like I'm recovering very well, but I'll keep going. 25% this sign says. Oh, fucking hell. I don't believe it. This is not good. This feels bad. I've had to stop. That's the view. At least I've got that for company. But so I've got to go around there and up to where that ladder's up there. Oh god, I'm soft as shit. Right, we're going to have a drink and battle it out. Well, we're just cruising along the segment now. Nice little downhill bit. There's a view behind me. Absolutely awesome up here. Right, so I'm at the turnaround point now. The sinkholes, they're the sinkholes there. That's where Buttertubs Pass gets its name from. Because apparently they used to hide the Buttertubs down there to stop the butter from melting when they were taking it to market coming over this way. So, History Channel, eat your heart out. So, hard work coming up here, but you earn the view. It's beautiful. But, right, so we're 80 kilometres in. I've got 80k back home, which will bring us up to 160. And probably have to add a little leg in to get up to the 105-ish or something for the day. And then out for a run. And then, well, I'm planning on having my dinner and going to bed after that. So let's start getting back towards home. Got got to absolutely share these views with you on the way back. So I'm trying to ignore my grunting and just enjoy the scenery. Well, that descent was amazing. You go so fast down there, it's like 14% downhill for absolutely ages. And it's scary fast, it's brilliant. But we're back into the valley now, nice and chilled. Try and spend as much time as I can on the aero bars. And then I'm just going to work my way towards home. About 85k, so nice and easy all the way now. Oh, I'm just crawling along now. I can say without any hesitation, that climb up Buttertubs is the hardest one I've ever done. That is much harder than you big and common. Thankfully for me, there's nothing like that on the Ironman course. So, but I do have to do more of them. But anyway, enjoy this view coming into the reef. Bit of normality, an actual village festival reef. I love this little village, it's literally like a proper example of a little Yorkshire village, it's absolutely awesome. Plus the Black Ball is a great pub. Well, so back at the Dales Bike Centre for water stop number 2, I think, yeah, it's the second water stop. Yeah, that climb up the Buttertubs was a nightmare. It was really hard, and I think if I was going to be doing climbs like that on a regular basis, I really need a bit more practice with hills or a lighter bike. But anyway, riding with the aero helmet, it's the first time I've done this, and really until I hit the climb and slowed right down, it's been really comfortable. But when you're obviously not getting as much airflow as you do with a normal road helmet, so when you slow down to go up a climb, the sweat was just balling out of me, like, so there was I mean, you could see it like running down the inside of my visor and things and off the end of my nose, but yeah, it's nice and comfy. It's an absolute godsend being able to get yourself down in the aero bars and not have to kink your neck to see over the top of your glasses or anything like that. It was something that Harry Palmer mentioned on his channel, and yeah, it makes a big difference. My neck and my shoulders feel a hell of a lot better than they do when I had my road helmet and some glasses on and things. And with the visor being a bit bigger, it does like prevent a lot more of the crap from getting in your eyes when cars go past you and kick up the dust. So yeah, really enjoying riding with it, to be honest. So I think I'm about 110 kilometers in. I've got about 50k back home, and I might have to add a few loops in to try and roll it up to 180k when I get back. We'll see what it is, but as long as it's over 100 miles, I'm going to be really happy with today. Fair amount of climbing. Now there's a bit of incline on the way back, but most of the roads it's just rollers, and it's pretty chilled all the way back to Richmond. Bit of a punch to get back up into Richmond, and then I'm back out towards Ellerton, and yeah, relatively flat all the way home. So I'm looking forward to just getting to the end of this ride now, getting out on the run, and I've got a slice of brownie here and a coffee before I shoot off, and I'm going to enjoy them. So yeah, quick 10-minute break and then off for the rest of the ride. Hey, almost back to Richmond. A little hill to come up. I don't know if you can see him. I've got a little mate living in my helmet. Yeah, clearly got stuck to my visor. He's just been sat on the inside. Went about 5 miles before I realised what it was. I thought I was seeing things. But yeah, back to Richmond now. Still feeling pretty solid. A bit dehydrated. I'm drinking a lot of water, but just the heat. So let's crack on. Quick update. Quick comfort break stop. I'm 150k in now. 6.5 hours, and I feel fucking dreadful. Like, I feel so depleted now. Like, and the efforts I'm putting in to get up hills are making me feel like physically sick now. So I just need to get home as quick as possible. I'm probably about 20 minutes away from home. There's one hill at Walworth to go up, one in Huntington, and then just cruising home. I'm just gonna have to take it easy from now on. But yeah, this is hard work. Right. Bit of a slow transition. Smashed down a sandwich and a banana, and out on the run. I don't know how far I'm going to get. Basically, I feel absolutely dreadful after that ride. But yeah, see if I can get a couple of kilometres in the legs, running off the bike. But ideally I would do it 1 hour, which is what Ben's prescribed in the session today. But oh man, I don't know what to say. I feel absolutely awful. This is a hard lesson to learn today. I feel completely depleted. And don't get me wrong, there's a bit more climbing in the ride that I did today than there will be at Bolton, and I've got no taper, but the legs are empty. I mean, just ran up that hill there, which normally is no problem. It was agony all the way up. Right, let's get back. Right, I'm calling the runabout there. I'm going to turn around and head home. It should be probably a shade under 5k. Not great, but the pace is held all right. I'm putting this down to the fact that I had a skin full of lager yesterday, and that's not the way to prep for probably the most important session of the training block. So I feel a bit of a dickhead, if I'm honest. But we got some running done, and I'll have to do. I'm going to go back, probably chuck my ring up, and go to bed. Thank you very much for joining me along. If you think it's worth a like or a subscribe, or if you think it's worth chucking a £5 in the charity pot for brain tumor research, links below. So thanks again, I'll see you next week.